That's the only way you can start the stream. Because it's extreme stream. Just kidding, it's Disco Elysium. There's nothing extreme about it, am I right? The time has come. The time is now. For Disco Elysium. Actually, for one more quesadilla. Probably. I'm not sure why it's so quiet in my little room. Like, there's no background music at all. I was hoping there'd be, like, little Disco Elysium background music, but instead it's like, what about none of that? And I'm like, man, really?
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken, because nothing happens. The lights are on. The lights are off again.
Nice. Okay. So previously on Disco Elysium, what actually happened? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember? I have retrograde amnesia. No, we know what happened. We are aware. We found out that we think the culprit is Ruby. Ruby is the 8th party. The trail of footprints that are misshapen. Apparently there was a sordid love affair between Ruby and Claus J, who was, of course, a liar. A liar who lied to us and threw away her passport in the water. And we have to go find it now. But she used a fake name, so what's it even matter? Why do we even want to find this passport? What does it say? She's running from the law. We almost gave her up, but we decided not to arrest her. Big This action will have consequences. Energy. The Hardy Boys gave up that they think Ruby's somewhere on the coast. Your green screen is kind of fucked up. Oh, yes. You know who loves this green screen? Erin. She uses it for work. So I guess from now on we're gonna be swapping back and forth. Let me see.
It's not that fucked up. Oh wait. It's fine.
How's that? Better? So fucked up, I thought it was part of the game. Nom nom. The foods are good, but the goods are food. Alright, so now that it's Wednesday, and we've talked to the smoker on the balcony and the Hardy gang, and Claude, and we know to find Ruby and put her under arrest. Oh. We need to go past the lock. Who are these people? Kim, don't greet them. Who the fuck are you guys? Oh my god, the smoker. Hello.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Yeah, I love this dude. Hello, adjust your tie.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
I didn't like him as much as I like you.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night? That was
He
weird.
has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you, magical smoker on the balcony.
What about me, gendarme?
What is it about the way he carries himself? He's so different. This is a white check.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
What are you doing
Admiring
here?
the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
This is where I'm gonna go down in history. I'm gonna sing karaoke. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just go wherever life takes me.
Maybe you should figure it out, detective.
Oh no.
Admiring the atmosphere.
I live
What
here.
about
My
you,
room is right
officer?
upstairs.
Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me?
Oh. Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime.
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
Oh, what did you tell him?
Nothing. That I didn't see anything.
And he believed you?
Why shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend, the witness.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he saying?
Just reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits?
Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Do we think this muscular guy who interrogated our witness here was important?
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the information.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
Put skill points into composure. Yeah, alright. It's not like I can put them into volition. Composure it is. Boop.
Bye-bye, gendarme. Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground, the keepers of the gay agenda. They meet at night.
Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Okay, that's fair. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
His eyes wide in amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips. Are we gonna end up with the smoker on the balcony? I think that's the best ending.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of. It sounds very interesting.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
Why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage.
I love Smoker on the balcony. I can't tell if he's serious or not, because it's just that kind of game.
Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold.
Starting stream off right!
We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature. Very esoteric.
That much fun should be illegal. I do like disco, maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement, or forever excluded from it.
Don't gatekeep my homosexual tendencies. What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Strong!
Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
He circles his hands around you.
I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
This is gonna be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye, Smoker on the balcony. This has been a very productive chat. Ah. Homosexual underground. No temporary research bonus. Internalize. Yeah! Obviously. Quest, become gay. Oh, what could happen? Alright, I guess we should talk to these two assholes.
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's
wait.
uniform winces as she notices you.
I actually called the RCM, right? Like early on, I told them I lost my badge. This could be them.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
I'm on a murder investigation. Are you the cavalry?
I'm definitely not the cavalry.
Are you a cop with the RCM?
Yes, I am.
I'm a cop
I
too.
know.
Oh.
Here's the real deal.
That's right.
It's hard to tell whether he's sarcastic or sincere. But if you had to guess, you would say the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
Damn it, Kim. You're supposed to be my backup. Is everything alright? Why don't you want to talk to me?
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you?
It's cool to see another cop. I thought Kim and I were the only ones.
No, you're not. You're not the only cop in the world.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want?
What does one talk about with a fellow officer?
What precinct are you from?
What precinct?
Fucking deranged lunatic.
What? I just met you.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
I guess so. This is so genuine because I have no clue what police officers talk about either. You're the police, right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
Wait, is he police?
Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
Weird.
Okay,
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man
Oh, we
with
did
sunglasses.
get a name. Good call.
You are.
What did he call her? Judith. A policewoman.
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job. That's all.
Probably don't call her a horse-faced woman, which is, I guess, her name now.
something about the man with sunglasses and you, the energy between you two is making her uncomfortable.
Maybe it's because I'm part of the homosexual underground. The energy between me and everyone is electric now. This is so disco. Can I not move? What did I do?
Date of birth
Oh.
generator.
Perfect.
You were born in the year 07, in the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go, and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope.
For a little while, anyway. Okay, deal. Learning cap for logic is raised. Wow, it's only gonna take us 8 hours to join the homosexual underground. Now,
look
once
like
you're 40,
shit.
you dead. True story. You look like shit. Goddamn, dude.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
Goddamn, dude. I don't look like shit.
Judith, back me up.
You do look... It looks like it's been a tough week for him.
I'm getting roasted by these two assholes. Why do they hate me?
Now, what do you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face.
Okay.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Ooh, okay. See you around.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
Let's put on all
That
of our
voice, so very familiar.
familiar.
Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting
Oh,
your badge missing?
I did. Your voice, I
Oh,
recognize it.
really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Yeah, I haven't seen you before.
Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
What a mysterious individual. Okay, well, anyway. Let's put all of my Esprit Decor shit on. Clothing, that's it. Oh, yeah. Oh. Do I have any? I have authority. Yeah! Bam! Oh, wait a minute. So this is minus... No, this is +1 shivers. Okay, what the fuck is shivers? Too bad I can't wear both, huh? Okay, well, anyway. Do any of these subtract Esper Decor? Damn it. Maybe it's my authority that he doesn't respect. Let's grab that visual calculus.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
It's so low. It's so low. Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Cool Shades, are you wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to click. It's not happening though. Who is this guy?
I guess I know this guy? Got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a revolutionary.
No, not like a revolutionary.
Oh, now will you answer some questions for me?
No,
Why not?
because it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
I've been doing that. Come on, guy. If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things. Oh, the voice acting's gone. Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Yeah, you do. Also, Jean, we have another name.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
I'm doing this investigation. A man is hanged. It turns out he was shot and hanged. Made to look like he was hanged, he might have been shot by the people who hanged him. The person who was shot and hanged, he may have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged. The person who we think shot him, who made it look like he was hanged, that we're looking for, we can't find her.
Well, where have you looked for her?
We think she may be on the coast.
West of here? Tough luck. The place is ruined from the bombardment. A lot of places to hide there.
Well, yeah. Hey, why am I telling you these things?
I don't know. Why are you?
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating and would lead somewhere. A custom even? Strange.
Okay.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Oh, I guess we can try this now.
There's
Damn it.
something that binds you to him. Some kind of an outfit, maybe. A uniform.
A nurse's uniform? I understand the uniform is metaphorical. I'm actually seeing the working class, right?
I want to say, yes, I think.
Level with me here for a second. Are you working class?
Fucking politics again. You know what I'm more interested in?
No.
You solving the case you're on.
Oh.
I'm passionate about that. So maybe get to it?
Let's talk about the hanged man again.
Okay, why not? A cover-up, while the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
I know, right? But what's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat.
Yeah. Hey, why am I
I
telling
don't
you these?
know. Oh my god, there's more.
Damn it.
You want
All
something
right.
more? What
No,
is it?
it's okay. Bye. Ah! What is this? Tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Unfortunate. Alright, well I guess it's all the new people to talk to. Let's go to the coast, I guess, right? Call me Space Ghost, because we're looking for a coast. Brack, 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 brack. Delicious water. Ah, okay. What did we learn? Did we learn anything? What did we learn? Why do we think she's on the coast? Who told us that? Aranye? No, wait, that's the place. Laje? Yes. No, Titus. Titus told us. Because her car is still here. Let's see if we can find her car. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Her motor carriage is still outside. Which one do we think it is? Man, remember when the strike felt important? Okay, that's not it. This could be it, maybe? A foreign car. I wish I could talk to Kim and ask him to run some plates. I vibe with this game on a personal level. Is that alarming? I guess it depends on whether or not you picked a cool character, right? It's a lorry, a trailer truck. Oh, okay, okay. Maybe this dude can tell us.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Cool.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
Yeah.
Everyone understands you are the law. That's why you have that insignia on your arm. So you don't have to keep saying it.
That's a song from the band they use for the game's music. Oh, that's cool. Is this also, like, based on a band member? What's going on here?
The jam, my man.
Oh.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages.
Oh.
Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
I see.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
I need some heavy fuel oil. I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for working stiff? Wait, what are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Really?
Relax. He's merely joking.
Oh, wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld. No, what are you actually hauling? I need heavy fuel oils.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
I don't care about that.
They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
I actually do care about that suddenly. Can I get one of those tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands.
It's called
This one
Wanna Be
looks
Free
roughed
by
up
British
enough
Sea
to
Power.
be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
I like all the music in this game, so I'll definitely find them. These lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
Alright.
The man taps his fingers.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, I guess if this is his lorry, we should find, and I guess you said a lorry is like a large truck, not a car. I guess we should find, wherever the heck her lorry is. It'll be green, right? Not that one. Show me an interactable lorry. This, maybe? I don't know. Dang, I really want to investigate her car. I thought I saw a door up in the crowd on one. Oh, this one. I thought this was a machine, not like her machine. Like, I thought this was a work machine for this. Maybe it's not, though. Maybe you're right.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft
Fuel
over
oil.
you, making your eyes sting. The odor mixes with cigarette residue.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
We talked to a lorry driver earlier that was racist. I bet this is his.
A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crown with wavy rays.
I think that's the racist symbol, but I'm not sure. I know there's one symbol that means communism, one symbol that means like race purity, and there's a few other symbols that I haven't quite like grokked yet.
It is the seal of Royalist era Revachol.
Oh, Royalist era. Wait, yeah, I think that does mean racist. What about the back seat? No!
A lorry stuck. The windows are
What
clear.
about the back
Fumes
seat?
of heavy. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
It's never good if they have purity in their creed. Gross. Yo, there's racism all over this game. The lorry driver was racist. The guy up top on the balcony was racist, or whatever. And then, like, I went to go learn about D&D, and the elves were racist, and I was like, God damn.
A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Interesting. We like this comic, I think, but I'm not sure about this part.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
You think this lawyer belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
I don't know. You're right, I have no clue when it'll come in handy.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes. But what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication,
Become art cop.
representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
What kind of cop are you wagering on? I guess art cop. Would I fit into the art world, I mean?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
I know at least one person in chat went to school for architecture. What about music? Is music art?
Only the most experimental kind.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to be free me from rote repetition, so be it. Opt in. Opt out. Wait, but I don't have to be 100% cop to get the case. Don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, I guess. If 50% art critic is what's needed to be free me from the rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, Art Cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Alright, we art now.
A Stars Ryko, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West too, it appears. Bulky frame. Heavy. Hardy. Looks like a tractor.
Hey Kim, check this out.
A Stash Ryko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white. The colors of the Stars Ryko.
Let me guess what happened last time, Kim. Blue and white are the colors of Zymsk. Someone painted it, got a Zymsk mad, and boom, murder happened.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires.
How did we know that? We are so good at guessing.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Wow.
Correction. 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
I don't think... Wait, before we proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job. I'm an art critic now.
Yes, detective?
I think it looks better brown and black.
Okay. I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this. But I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way.
Well, Kim, you're not an art critic, so I guess shut the fuck up, huh? What a game. Endless comedy potential. You have to answer to people in certain ways, a certain number of times, and they trigger. Yeah, you know what? I accidentally got sorry cop earlier, and I was like annoyed about it. And after that, I decided to stop apologizing for everything. In fairness, I was genuinely sorry because apparently I like accidentally made a ton of people upset. For like no reason. Whoops. Anyway. Screw that, I ain't sorry. Alright, let's go across this bridge.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
Pull the lever again.
The water lock starts moving.
Perfect. We're geniuses, basically the best detectives on the planet. This is a long cutscene, huh?
Alright, we can go to the coast now. Expect rugged terrain and drugs. And if you wanted to forge that document for Evrard, now you can.
Yeah, the last thing I want to do is forge a document for Everard. I want to rip it up. I think that was an option, actually. It's just, it's not very good artistically. Yeah, I need $20. Cool, cool. Ooh, maybe this is money too. Whee! More abandoned lorries. Oh, it's magnesium! We can mag it up. No entry. Alright, well, that's good enough for me. Fixing the world, one water lock at a time. That's right, take pride in your work. Working stiff, brethren. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Maybe it's our culprit. Boom, Ruby in here.
Yes?
Tell me about, no, wait, nothing. I wanted to click on these coins. Yeah! We do need like 7 real, don't we? To order that cursed dice. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Interesting. No, it said abandoned lorry. What if Ruby's in there? In the lorry? I mean, I would love to find the lorry. I'm hoping it's on the side of the water lock. Because there was like nothing I could interact with. Hey, broken car. Oh, please be motor oil. Yeah! Fuel canister. We can use this to paint. We could go back to Cindy the Skull and like criticize her art. Art cop.
Abandoned
Cop,
motor
Cop of the
carriage lies are
Apocalypse.
submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels,
Fancy cop,
and the
boring cop,
engine
sorry cop.
remain visible.
I like Superstar Cop, I think. You couldn't go through the gate that said no entry. I thought I saw a trailer truck car in there, but I don't know. Cab. We could go back and try, but it said no entry, and that was good enough for me.
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
In this world, this is Revachol. I can't just go in places that I don't belong.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
We have a team of specialists on the other side of the gate, right?
A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside.
Yeah.
Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
Cop of the Apocalypse and Superstar Cop definitely sound like the coolest ones, but we are Art Critic Cop now.
I don't know. An hour or two tops?
I guess we're gonna wait for the tide to descend. Also 666 money.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
Cool.
The hinges creak under your weight. Dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice
Whistle
cracks
a tune.
around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I'm Art Cops, this is a guaranteed win.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness.
Posture checking because of Kim, I love it.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and a sunken car. The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tear they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands.
Alright, Shivers, I don't know what the hell you are, but I guess you're here now.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
Oh my gosh, was your dad, you know, and then point to your eyes because you're talking about Kim's glasses. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches, Kim?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
I don't know about that, Kim.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to... Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you have to side with either the strikes or the shipping company, who would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But if someone puts a gun to your head?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Aw, I really wanted to know Kim's political alignment chart. Can you make out the marquee now? Wait, squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
41, huh? Is that my car? I'm guessing district something, a precinct, something municipal?
A precinct, yes. A police precinct. Precinct 41, your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
Oh my god, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
I can still fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I couldn't even pay a hostel bill.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget.
Oh no!
I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
Oh no!
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
The badge, the gun, and now this?
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
And things were going so well, we were just whistling.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
Yo, where's my car?
At least we have a pretty good suspect. If we found your motor carriage in the sea, maybe we'll find her too.
At least I can see what's in there now. Oh no.
Yes.
Shoot.
Let's go take a look.
I was the traffic hooligan all along. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the accident. They're my footprints. Hey, my badge. And my coat. Nice. It's a commander's jacket. I guess I'm some kind of commander. Quick travel unlocked. What? Yeah, but all the coats have Esprit Decor. Check it out. This is the jacket I have on now, and it's +1 Esprit Decor and +1 Shiver, so the new jacket is Visual Calculus and Esprit Decor. It does not look cooler. This one's way cooler. Elysium. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Dang. Holy crap, there's like a lot going on here. Can I pick up that money? No, not from this side. There's a bench. I think I can sit on benches to pass the time. +1 to Kingdom of Consciousness. Dry tulips on a bed. What the hell is Kingdom of Consciousness? And what am I losing out on? -1 savoir-faire.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Avoid office tracers. That's weird. I don't know if I want these on. Let's swap back to the disco pants. We're finding all kinds of new clothing and not using them. What's this? Money! Construction material. Up rock. A lot going on here. More money. It's locked tight. Dang, this is a pretty strange fishing village. Oh, it's this chick. The planks creak beneath your weight.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
You could have been here way earlier. You could have also given us a ride. Why didn't you?
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Let's not let her know that we know that she's sneaking about watching us. How do you like it here?
How do I like it?
Yeah?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
So not great.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Nope, don't look at that.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
You're right to be scared. This is like your fault. We're specking hard into communists.
Maybe.
Oh man, she like agrees.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay.
Have we seen shivers before today? Like, this is new, right?
Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of
Maybe we
Revachol
have.
West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly.
Do you know how they discovered this place?
This fishing village?
No, the Insulindian Isola.
No, I don't know how they discovered it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Oblivion, that's so me.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home.
That's probably
This
true.
island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Tell me something else then.
Of course. I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. How can I help you at this juncture?
About my missing badge again.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
I found it.
Did you? Wonderful.
Yep.
Quickly, methodically, like an electric printing machine.
It is a relief to see a W freighter here. The situation is precarious, to say the least. It needs a quick solution, or we will have a bloodbath on our hands.
Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play.
Interesting.
I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith? What did you do?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Okay.
Every worker...
Yeah?
A member of the board. I tried to
Okay.
convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
I see.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oronese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Hello. Hello. I see, there's pizza now. Interesting. So we think maybe... Who are our suspects? Okay, wait. Ruby, right? And then we also now have the strikers? Except we talked to all the strikers. They didn't seem like they killed him. I guess that guy on the catwalk could have killed him.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Okay, Joyce, babe. We actually know all of that, and we talked to the woman in question, and she was actually into it. She said it was role play, so like, moving right along.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there.
Madness
the
is
remaining 2
hosting.
Crenel
What's up,
contractors
Madness?
carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh. Oh. Oh dear.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Joyce. This information would have been great like 2 days ago.
It'll be all of them. The decision is already made.
Oh no. Oh boy, that's not good.
My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Holy crap.
The Debarders have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
I see.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
That's useful information.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Ah. See, Kim, this is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about.
It appears you found it, yes. And I'm not happy for you.
Well, you know, that's life, Kim. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
The members of the lynch mob, all of them, except for Ruby, are sitting in the Whirling Rags in a single booth. If they can't figure that out, then, like, it took me less than 2 days, and I don't even know anything. So, like, any moment now, pretty much.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
At this point, I'm convinced it's a matter of hours. Where are they?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're likely to be armed to the teeth.
Plus, they're bragging about it, the Einsteins. Yeah.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages.
Interesting
It will not
phrasing.
be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know who they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay, where are these mercenaries? I have a 97% chance.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Alright.
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I hope I can answer it better.
This colonel, did you know him? Can you tell me about Cranal? I guess, did you know the deceased, Lewy?
If you mean, did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
DePaul. Have we met DePaul yet, do we think? I can't remember a DePaul or anyone even resembling a woman.
What would you say was
officer
his eye
type.
color? The deceased.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face.
What a weird
Then
question, Kim.
shakes her head.
I can't remember.
Aw.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
I don't remember any booba.
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
But Claude was into it.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. And Classier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe.
Joyce has like no good information
his injury
for
gave
us.
him an accent all his own.
Outside of the like, there's gonna be a big war, right? Good stretch, good stretch.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence, she wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Okay, that's all for the tattoos. Thank you for the
Is there
help.
anything else I can help you with?
Thank you. I don't think she's that useful at this point.
Tremble. The time is now. Taola.
What time?
Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness.
I see.
All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
What's that, Taola?
Ulogu Theodos, Xeno Zausin, Ipoli Osidien, Echondes Fronisin.
Why Greek? When did this countdown begin?
Monday morning, the moment you arrived in this reality, are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
This is because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it?
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
I do think the world might end soon.
The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
Cop of the Apocalypse, actual art degree. Yeah, I guess. So, do I want an actual art degree or do I want to be a cop of the Apocalypse? I feel like I have to be cop of the Apocalypse, to be honest. My rhetoric is lower, but it's okay. My int is so high, it's fine. I am a rambling madman. What does art give you? I have no idea. So they have these temporary bonuses and then full bonuses that you can't see. So the temporary bonuses are sometimes positive, sometimes negative. And then, you know, vice versa for the full ones. I think they're just fun. And I think having them unlocks certain things. I prefer Apocalypse, I'm good with that choice. Nice. We have 850 Royale. Huh. There's so much. There's so much more space than I thought there was out here. It's so loud now, yeah. I'll turn it down. Good call. It did get louder. I can't tell you why. Quick travel unlocked church. I'm at the church?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic.
Let's see.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened into a
Rip.
shapeless mess.
Somewhere there's a good half measure where it's not loud music.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Why not?
It's a guano-encrusted jacket, and you're already carrying around enough as it is.
Let's see if I can actually just, like, change how loud the music is in comparison. Yeah, we could just max out voiceover volume. How about that? Yeah, cheers. Also hydrate. Cheers. Montreal. Montreal. We're rich. There's so much money over here in the fishing village. Gosh, I'm so glad I didn't pick up all the bottles. We'll see. I may need you to turn it back up. Yeah. We'll play it by ear. Ooh, glasses. Yeah, fair enough. This is the church. It does have a cross in front of it. The music is coming from somewhere on the ice. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The
How's
rectangular
that?
sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Have we found the happy medium? Cool. Rattle the doors to see if they open.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
I do.
People do look to churches for shelter. But an abandoned thing like this? I'm not so sure.
Take a closer look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting, somehow.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy.
Okay.
The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
I see.
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern?
It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't care that he was. Either way, you get the sense the forces of future are at work here.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I agree, it's very modern. But does the cheery guy not know he's dead, or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
Where do we put the sticker? On the ledger, right on the cover, or after the last entry where it belongs? We go front or back? That's not quite the choice, but you know what I mean. I'm thinking on the ledger, personally. Yeah, right on the cover.
Voila. Looks very modern.
Secret task complete. Style your paperwork.
You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly humdrum ledger. Neon, baby.
Inspect the staple.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least.
I have a crowbar. We could do this.
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Should we start with the kick drum coming from the ice?
Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
There's something on the sea ice there.
Okay, well, let's equip the tool. Just in case. What's up, Mr. Prybar? And then let's go inspect the ice. Just some punk, I love it. We are all some punk on this blessed day. We're disco punk now. Ooh. What? Nice. Wow, we've made so much money here.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't
Impossible.
been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
What is this thing anyway?
It's military. A service depot of some sort.
I wonder if this is where the military chick is. Used to service what?
Probably something that is no longer there.
Could the structure have been used to take the shot?
From here to the wiring, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Oh. Do we still think the shot was taken on the roof or farther away? I remember we said that Claude J didn't hear a shot. We also decided she was traumatized, so maybe she did? Someone's made a campfire here. Broken control box. A radio tower? 2 reps to climb. A new scarf. Tiny inlets there, off in the far distance where the post trails towards. I see. So, like, I guess there was a bridge. When prompted to put a description on anything on social media, I always just put just some punk. I really don't know. If it was Ruby, then no, I don't think it was farther away. That's fair. But that's if it was Ruby. So we need to work in reverse, right? Like, we need to figure out if the shot was taken closer to determine if it was Ruby, right? Like, right now we think it was, but if the shot was taken farther away, that would, like, she'd be innocent, right? That was the other cop, the guy in the sunglasses. He said a double cover-up would be too neat. Where is this bass drum coming from? I wish my perception were higher so I could hear it. I thought I heard it, but then I didn't. Oh, wait. Here? An altar. Oh, money. How much? 49 cents? We almost have enough to pay guard. Lurk. What's up, Moo? To the right of the church. Good call. I guess I can't get in there, though. What the hell? Just getting my Ukama radar started before raid time. Oh, nice. Oh, wait. We are very smart. Let's pick up this Real. 105. Full of holes. Could the post hide treasure? Look inside. Treasure. I am a pirate now. Wait, I'm trying to be sober, I think. Money! Oh my gosh. These posts. How much money is out here? How is everyone in the city poor? There's money all over the place. You can just walk around. It's impossible not to stumble upon money. Is this guy? Oh, I was gonna say, is this guy dead? But he's very much alive. Yo, a tent.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock,
These
are
are the
listening
punks.
to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
I'm an art critic. If your art is punk enough, then it's art.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Yeah, squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
All right, Kim.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Well, Kim, I'm just punk enough for this. Let's be punk. You should check out my ledger, y'all. Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. A pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosifed Ultra. A speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Hardcore!
Yeah, say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
All right.
Here comes the night!
could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Solve the egghead puzzle.
The young man with the tape recorder.
This is hardcore.
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibber-dee, skibber-danger. I am the rearranger. Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural, Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
Yeah!
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark.
Yeah!
Yeah!
He missed one A.
You missed an A there. I yelled mine with 6 A's, so you have to yell it with 6 too.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
I don't think I'm gonna solve the egghead puzzle. It's clearly way more complex than anything I have going on.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
What's up, Andre?
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy.
Shake his hand.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
Man, it's working.
This is my posse. Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
That guy's a genius.
Together with a Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Oh, I see, so none.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Yeah?
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Understandable.
Place is a shithole.
Understandable.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. This place is... next time, watch yourself. Was there something you wanted?
Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of Markomania on the coast.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Yeah.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Yeah?
Strike that. The world.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there were the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts.
These are punks who don't like dopeheads and burnouts.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
That's true. I have so many. What kind?
The spooky kind.
What exactly do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just wanna spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it, I guess.
All right, man.
It's to rebel against norms in society. Not being a burnout is not punk. But being a burnout is not punk. Have you never seen SLC punks? I guess I haven't.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Did you put the padlock on the door?
Yes. I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
You locked him in the building, my guy.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Speedfreak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key, then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop. Catch the key as it flies towards you.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Bask in the glory. No, wait, play it cool. Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you.
Yeah.
A respectful nod. You proved something here.
How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
A week? How could you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Okay.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, There was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means?
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
Yeah, I catch your drift.
I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
I get by. Now, where was I with that padlock?
He nods attentively, ready
Other
to answer the
questions?
questions of...
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know.
What's the
Let's do
deal
it.
with Egghead? I want to talk to him.
He's a quiet man. Mostly communicates through music. And by being a master of ceremonies.
How do you communicate with him?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
Okay, that's it for
As
now.
always, we'll be right here, waiting.
Cool.
We're close. True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
All right.
Here comes the night.
No.
We're close. True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Hardcore.
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All car. All right. Yeah.
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's no other life.
No.
We're close. True, hard, hardcore. Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core. All right. Yeah.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic. No, just answer the question.
But there was no question.
What?
It's hardcore. Skibberdy.
Ah, the egghead puzzle.
True, hard, hardcore, hardcore to the internally all core.
He furrowed.
Ha. Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
That would solve the egghead puzzle, I guess.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's proto, not hardcore at all.
Wow! Culture cop!
Achievement unlocked. Capo dell'arte.
I think you might be right, but how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be?
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. Trying to think if anything could make it harder core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Damn it. My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
What is happening? Sounds suspicious as like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
I just remembered something. I'm the police.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it's more likely to hinder us.
Oh.
I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra.
Yeah!
Are you a thought reader?
No nation, but transnation! No war, but class war!
Does that mean you're a thought reader?
Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine here just yells random things.
Jermaine?
Odds are, sooner or later one of them will come off as thought reading.
Yeah! Reversion imperative!
Unless you were thinking Reversion imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with Egg's yelling. I know what you mean.
But I was thinking Revachol imperative.
That's fucked up, man. Lying like that. And a cop, too.
So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist.
He's not a communist. It's just something he likes to yell. He picked it up from a tape jockey at the Elysium. She was a communist, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah! With the rebel yell!
But why aren't you a communist? Communism is the truth.
I could be a communist. If you want that, do you want me to be a communist?
Please don't turn him into a communist.
Oh yeah, turn him into a communist. Come on, it would be super.
Come on, be a communist, Egghead. The future needs your help.
Aye!
You guess he's a communist now. Tell me something else, Egghead.
Communism rules the nation.
Right on, comrade luminary.
Here comes the sun.
Is your real name Jermaine?
Darkcord hardcore. Jermaine Egghead.
Basically, yes it is.
Why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
Lungs are for love.
Why would lungs be for love?
When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her, and she loved it back. Yeah!
Luckily, we read a book about the innocences, so this almost makes sense to us.
Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you hold the breath of your soul?
Bourgeois love for a bourgeois god queen towards a world getting rapidly more bourgeois. That's lungs for you.
Objectively, it was good for its time. And they sort of screwed it up after she passed, like they always do. Don't listen to that retrograde class warrior, Egg.
My physical instrument is so low. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back to Egghead. Goodbye, Egghead. But I wanna, like, make sure my physical instrument is higher first. What do we have that's physical instrument? Bam! Yeah! Uh-oh. Anything that's minus instrument?
The large-headed youth has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens them.
Good morning, comrade. Yeah!
Let's do it.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like discus, javelin, and 400-meter hurdles. Discus.
Damn. Alright, well, that's that. Ah! Bye, Egghead. Maybe we'll level it up later. Alright. There's so much left to do in this game. There's no way we're gonna do it all. This game has to be like 100 hours of reading. Could this be Ibis's favorite game? I mean, it's no Psychonauts. But it does have a whole lot of dialogue, and the dialogue is all good.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Let's knock it down!
Barely holding it up. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
That's a shortcut! Alright, I guess we should go investigate those burnouts, eh? It can always be a contender. I don't make judgments before I play. Fair enough. More money in these posts? Why? I don't understand. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, we have the key now, and the pry bar.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
I wonder what my favorite game is. Psychonauts really does help me and I love it. It's in the top 5, but I'm not sure if it's my fave. It's a good question, right? What is a favorite game? Like, if somebody asked me, I would say it's Hollow Knight, but like... I can't tell if this is a statue or not. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. But what if I run? More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. This figure was added later. It's not part of the original church. This blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. I don't see anybody in here. Where are the burnouts I was promised? Ooh, pain threshold up. A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. Cracked pane of glass, colorful. A spider spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Get my new shoes. $150. We are officially up to $20. Money is not an issue for us anymore. A portable Harman Wowshy tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Cool.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Wait, let's just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses.
You look inside.
You're free to proceed.
Compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
I don't think we can talk to her more. Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February, March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
This is the police.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
Dang.
I'm afraid we are not doing that. Unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is nothing happens.
Okay, well, damn. 2 decks of tape reels spinning on empty.
In white, silver, and apricot faience.
Wow.
The young mother of humanism stands
There's
above
the
you.
lungs.
A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
And she makes me sad for some reason.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
Look up.
The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion. No, it's not possible to live.
As that great and desperate thought passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Interesting. I guess we do the same.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Crazy.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it.
Welfare Jesus. I guess Jesus was already pretty welfare, so never mind. I guess internationalism is a little more modern than Jesus.
Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb.
Right
in
there?
icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Interesting.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Huh.
Officer, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Yep.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's beautiful.
That she is. A great sacred piece. I wonder what we are doing here, however. In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Reconstruct the cracked glass.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one.
Huh.
And a text. A light motif below them both.
What? The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters. Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Okay, wait. Is that to live is to die? In death, to live is, life is nothing? Is that? No, that's not quite right.
And then, along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
The world anew. Something the world. I don't know enough French for this. Okay, this is life, this is death, this is new, this is world. That's about all I got.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of
We were
humanism.
close.
A summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the insulindium on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Okay, cool. Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death, after, etc.
Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Interesting.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
It was a macho thing? This is metal as shit, dude. What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like the other one better.
So do I.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
This is the most I've seen of Kim, to be honest. He crossed himself at the door. Yeah, he also said that he preferred the old slogan, and he's done a very good job of being 100% neutral up until now. Unless it was to make sarcastic comments about me. Well, anyway.
The mother of humanism.
Is there anything else to do in this church? I feel like there is. Bowls filled with water, a live wire runs directly to it.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
Interesting.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, Even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Cool.
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. If not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
I assume those are for rats, right? Like, that seems like a pretty easy rat trap to make if you had extra electricity. What's happening, Kim?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
What if it's something paranatural?
Please, detective, not this again.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Okay.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
On the ceiling? Wait, no, follow the shadow's movement.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
What?
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go? Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Is this gonna be a jump scare? I blink. Ah!
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
It's the Shadow Man!
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
I said that like I know what the heck a Shadow Man is. Who's there?
The man leans forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
Who the fuck?
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in general. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol. Hold on, stop it right there. Pussy, what's with this?
Oh yeah, that's right. I became a feminist early on. I'm not scared, I just don't understand why the female sexual organs have to be associated with weakness.
You really got a case of frayed nerves. Pussy.
The world's most laughable centrist.
Laminates.
Damn.
Everybody knows that.
Oops.
Chill out, man. Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Wade. I could smell the control all the way over here.
It's fine, I'm struggling, but you don't need to lecture me. I know what I need to do.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Adjust your tie. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit?
It doesn't matter who I am, Way. I'm just bringing you the message of the mother's love. She don't want you to hang yourself on your own stubbornness. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
I guess so.
Whatever
it's working.
It is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Saving perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Mother of Silence? And how you couldn't hear earlier? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There are patterns. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Think they scared of me.
What do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none.
Oh.
I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
He is chill.
Viejita is grandma?
Maybe. It's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young.
Oh!
Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
That could be Ruby. That could be the military person.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Thanks, reaction speed.
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite.
Cheers.
I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
Ugh. So much stretching.
I told you, Holmes. I don't know.
I'll see if I can find... Wait, how can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Have you perhaps heard her say the password to the radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Did you just climb down from the church tower?
Sure did, Holmes.
Are you a human? You weren't moving like a human.
I am. At least in part, Holmes. Into the mother's love burns away the cruel distinctions of the body.
What does he mean, in part?
Well, at least you're human. That's a relief.
Glad you're feeling more comfortable. First-timers are always nervous.
All right.
The sinewy figure lingers on...
I think we're done here, Essay.
Oh, is he just gone forever?
That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
Anything else going on here? Man, remember when we were ready to leave and then we found a dude in the tower? That was wild. I like the fishing village. We finded some cool people out here. Yeah, punks, shadowmen.
The machine's keyboard is still The speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I have the right password for the personal log now.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Cool.
Anything else I can help you with? Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
Cool.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
We're so good at detecting.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need a new antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
I don't know either of these people yet, do I?
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
F.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what
As
the
a writer,
is
we're
saying.
fucked. Yep.
Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers. Lexi, who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
So we determined that this is definitely not either Ruby or the military woman. This is a completely different entity.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
What
is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Okay.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be then? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them.
This is very Matrix-like. Big time. Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
That's funny.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
Yeah.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Whoops.
No. It was a great idea.
Right?
You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping-pong energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Nice. Here she is, Suna the programmer. You know what they say, the sooner the better.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We thought a fugitive might be hiding here. It's a murder investigation.
No one's hiding here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. Suna is a baller.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some clue. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
Are you the lead programmer of We Are All Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Alright, sure.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Very cool.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Have you seen the man living up in the rafters?
Nope. Yes.
But you know he's around? Yes. He's seen you.
And?
Okay, it's probably not a big deal then.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Oh. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefect processing unit.
What?
RAIN prefect. My radio computer.
And the antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I don't. Not really. I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
This is so weird, because I know about computers, and that's not how they work, so what's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
Not Intel. Lintel.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
Yes, conceptualization. Programming in the air. Through the magic of computational equations, it's just exactly like love. And the AR1, is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
Yeah, but radio waves wouldn't let you, like, process anything, right? Like, and the level of antenna that you have wouldn't increase the processing power. Right? Like, we're talking about an antenna that behaves like a CPU because the processing power is in the radio waves? Like, that doesn't really... That's crazy. That's awesome. That's, like, so sci-fi, but, like... Yeah. It's like retrofuturism.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians.
Yeah, don't get Lintel when you could get Fraser, am I right?
Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieux dedicated to that sort of thing.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Thank you.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right. I'll not touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer. It's my job.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
What?
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
What does that mean exactly? A hole in the world?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Yeah?
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist. Which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence. To find out where it begins.
But it's not a black hole, right? It's just a hole. It's just a regular nothing hole.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
Oh, that's really smart.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
I thought rat trap. Now I feel like an idiot. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
I see.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world, for now.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you ever listened to it? Like, actually listened?
Yeah. Like, all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they? Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
How do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Right. I guess I'll let you work in peace now. Interesting. I wonder if getting the punks in the church would help us find the 2mm hole in the world, or if it's a choice between finding the 2mm hole in the world or a dance club. I love that we went in the church. I think we spent like an hour in the church straight up, and it like didn't feel like it. Can you not go through the glass? Nope. Whenever I click on it, it just takes me to the menu where I can reconstruct the glass with my mind. Okay, so there's the church, there's Martinez waterfront, there's the fisherman shacks. We haven't managed to raise our volition yet. I don't remember what the barred door was, which is a shame. I don't remember the ice cream maker. I don't care about the interfacing. Help Reavers start a 9. You have no idea where you are. Oh yeah, pick up dice from the dice maker. Whoops. Oh, I guess we can do that. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't. I tried walking through. I'm taking my glasses off, I've decided. What privilege to be able to just take my glasses off and still see. Incredible. Is Lely still in the freezer? I forgot. We just kind of left him there, didn't we? Whoops. That's how it be sometimes. Let's get that cursed dice, though, am I right?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die. Here's the cursed die you ordered.
Read the phrases.
The phrases read, God is indifferent. Take all. Lose all. 50-50. Nothing happens. And pale.
What is this?
It's a die. Try rolling it.
Cast the cursed die.
You throw the ball on the floor, and it ends with one of the phrases facing upwards. God is indifferent.
Narcotic and narcos are all very different things. It's the inflammable and flammable arguments. A rat, a drug, and a drug lord.
Good. Now roll again, detective.
Roll the die again.
It lands on exactly the same result. God is indifferent. It declares again.
It's a sphere pretending to be a 6-sided die. Each row will end with one of the phrases facing up. The die originates in Ilmara, where it was used for cleromancy. Except I've weighted the die. When you try rolling it, you realize that each time it gets you exactly the same result. God is indifferent. This is our curse.
I paid 7 real for this.
It's even worse than she says. God is dead. We live in a forsaken age.
Thanks, I'll keep it.
Good luck, officer.
Why hasn't her business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Leave it at that.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
Could be useful later. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know when this will be useful. To have a die that always rolls up God is indifferent, but like... Cool. I wonder if we can print out the log here now, but I also don't care that much. Yeah, let's play dice with this weird cursed dice that has nothing useful on it. How does that sound? Can I not fast travel unless I'm outside? Fun fact, apparently they're making more of these games. Because they worked really, really hard on the world building. You might gamble with some cyberpunk philosopher under a bridge. Who knows? It could happen. Stranger things have. The Shadow Man. The Shadow Man freaked me out, not gonna lie. Where do we want to go? What are our tasks? Oh, we might have oil now. Let's see if we can add more beauty to the wall. Now that we're an art critic, it should be easy. I love the shadow guy. He was pretty cool. So, Ibis, this was interesting, and you weren't here for previous ones, so somebody let us know that the things that talk to you, when you're in a conversation, you'll notice that they say, like, check easy, and then, like, rhetoric will pop up and say something. Apparently, that's literally based on how high these skills are. So there are, what, 24 different skills that you can upgrade, and all of them have the potential to talk at different points in the game. So the game will be completely different and offer like a ton of different options on subsequent playthroughs. Like the replay potential is insane. There's a real chance that you could play this game for 100 hours and still not see every piece of dialogue. Where is it? I would assume this seems like a branching hell, and I mean that in the best way. Yeah. For the right person, this is the perfect game. Like, where is that wall? Here it is.
Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel oil? Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Fuck the police, mother of all walls, what shadow lies there beneath the great gleam? Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Something beautiful is going to happen. No parking. Let the wall remain blank for now. I could draw a mural of the church that I saw. Let's talk to her again.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
No, I actually don't have an opinion.
Lying is cool, I guess.
Catch you later, Cindy. I don't know why. I thought that would help.
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things
paint the picture, yeah? 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being? Art! That's stupid.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
I'm not sure what else I would have written now.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Let's go see if the skull likes it.
Hello again, officers.
Never mind. You don't need to know about my cool mural, I guess. Fisherman shack. Never mind. I thought I could fast travel, but I guess I can't. What did I need to collect? I had tasks, right, for collecting things. It was like, find your badge. Send victim's body to processing. Whoops. Wait, did we not uncover the secrets hidden within? Read your ledger and name the case. Ask the little girl in the fishing village about the armored gloves. We still need the chest, the gloves, and the helmet. Track down your badge. Yeah. We got our badge back. I thought. Whatever. We can travel here now. Interesting, interesting. Okay, well, I guess we should ask about Ruby.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran. possibly Zigayan.
Yeah,
also
this
known as the
encyclopedia guy.
apricot suzerainty.
It's like specifically because I picked this character.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
I feel like it would be really interesting if we picked anything like Half-Life.
Then how does she know you're here?
If you can't see, how did you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
Is it my flashlight and crowbar that make you think I'm here to cause trouble?
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
We're cops, we're Hellraisers, click, click, bang, bang. No, we don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble.
Oh, of course.
Frere
Last
Jacques.
time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
I am totally an omen. I'm exactly what I've been telling. That's exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others.
Aww.
Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Right, because of the whole cataracts.
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
Oh, because you're blind, right.
He's a sharp one.
Ha.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
This is like that man locked himself in the woodshed. We just need to help her come out.
No, it's not like that, man. With him we called you. Right now, you just arrived by yourself, like a raven plucking at the window glass.
I see. You know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
Ruby was here. You know it.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
What else is on the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
There's gotta be more along the coast than that.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End.
Abandoned building?
Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
I lost my name.
These things happen occasionally. Don't worry. You'll find yourself once more.
She makes it sound like losing one's name was as common as a midlife crisis.
I was asked to get your signature. Goodbye. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to get Earhart's signatures. I do want to find those freaking gloves, though.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
You guys look identical.
The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of.
Can you hear the song if you go back?
That you just stated.
He looks just like me.
Yeah, I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids.
And what are you, Kidmaster General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case.
Bye, kids. Alright, let's see if we can hear the tune again.
The old woman still hums her unknown song. She opens her eyes to acknowledge your presence. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
What is that song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Sounds nice.
Yes, it does. A policeman. What can our village do for you?
I guess not. I guess that's all we get. Surrender to the night. Surrender to the night! A ladder. Leads to a school of fish. Same. Well, we're at about 2 hours and 40-ish minutes, so we can always go back and find it. I feel like I left it playing for a little while. Not too long, but more than a few seconds. Postcard. Hydrate. Cheers. Stretch. I might get up and stretch for a second. I want to get here. Yeah, be right back. I'm gonna go stretch. Give me like 30 seconds? Ah! Cokes ahead. I put 2 in, but I guess they both got drank. Oh my god, is that why you came downstairs? Took my Cokes? I puts the Cokes in for exactly times like these. Falls out of frame. Yeah. It was actually my headphone stand. I put the headphones and the headphone stand and it just like disappeared. It just immediately fell over because it's just this, right? So if you put them too far, it like tips. New quests in Genshin. Oh right, there's the Xingling thing. Xingling and Kaching have a new thing. What is this?
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says,
Aaron brought me pizza.
Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Thank you. Apparently we have no more Cokes. Tomorrow's just whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Damn.
Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow never came. Looks like tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow never came.
I just want to see what would happen if I just kept pressing it. Turn away.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in 08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
You look like someone who has money. Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Could I have some of that unimportant money?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms. I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff. Does he work out?
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
You work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the
Is he
island
part of the
Lo
homosexual
Mantang.
underground?
It uses slender wooden sticks for
I hope
confronting
so.
the opponent.
He's no smoker on the balcony, though. Where is the homosexual underground finding these children? Ah! A form of martial arts from the Isle of Lo Man Hong, right?
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo tradition of the Harley people, a name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks, whereas the sticks used in other cultures...
He does off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among mankind, seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references. Man, he's good at speaking. People must love him.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again. You were saying?
I don't remember.
Then I guess everything got said, right? Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era.
What real-world analog is this? There is one. It's a printer company. It's not Xerox. It's not Ricoh. Who was it? I don't think it's Xerox or Ricoh. It's Mitsubishi?
Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer.
But...
which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
ICN? Oh, IBM was the real-world equivalent, right? IBM was working on the personal computer, and then they, like, sold all their shit to Apple. Actually, they gave Steve Jobs a tour, I think, of all of their shit that they were working on. Like, the mouse was invented, I think, by the researchers at IBM. And then... gosh, I think it was IBM. And then Apple recreated it. Anyway.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middleman.
That sounded right.
Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk? No, what happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys.
Aw.
But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Heh, tell Mikhail that they all got shot in the head because they were bourgeois, and then ask him what the bourgeois is. How bad with we are kids in this story? Like, how bad do we want to be with children? Do we just want to tell this kid they were all shot in the head? I kinda do. I can't do it in real life. Video game feels like the perfect time to scare a small child for fun, right? I mean, don't traumatize the kid. Go ahead, I guess. I like this guy enough that I feel like I probably shouldn't traumatize his kid.
Tape computers.
Did tape computers work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wompty Dumpty Dum Center?
He did say Wompty Dumpty Dom Center.
What the hell is a Wompty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Yost?
What are you talking about?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Art. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
Come on, there's no place called the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center of Arts.
Actually, I think there is. No, it's too much. He's joking.
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dom Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
Wompty Dumpty Dom Center. It's Wednesday evening and something heinously exciting is underway. People have gathered beneath the billowing roof of an oddly shaped trophy building, sipping wine and exchanging opinions. 29-year-old Wundo twins, Guy and Keith Joost, are the stars of the show, with their bomber jackets and white sneakerhead curators of this art exhibition. It's the Wompty Dumpty Dommiest event of the year, and all the cool kids have RSVP'd. Where are you if you are not there? -1 suggestion, outsider. Interesting. I don't think I'm gonna internalize that.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
That sounds like a projector for like a classroom.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
The Feld playback experiment?
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
I wanted to ask something else.
But of course, what else?
Thanks for your interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
Alright, strange bourgeois man and your bourgeois child who doesn't want to learn about people getting shot in the head. Oh, what is this? That was a Fed. And money! $5.25. We're back up to $20.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know...
He takes his glasses
I
off.
had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Can you still shoot, though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
Nice. Way to go, Kim. So we investigated the crap out of the abandoned church. I guess... Gosh.
A metal payphone under a...
I mean, I'm feeling like this is the building, right? There's no way she's hiding anywhere else. I never found her lorry, actually. There's the church. She's definitely not in the church. We could ask those guys again. You never went to the gate that said no entry. I'm pretty sure it wasn't possible to go through. But okay, I'll go through. Let me talk to the guys first. Just since I'm here.
The Copper-nado is back. What do you want? Yeah? What? She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry. So, she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really, hardy can't.
She's not, Glenn. Anything else you want, Cobb?
The merc you hanged, his friends are coming for you.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell?
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise.
Interesting.
They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Yeah, but he took them all off. He was only wearing the boots when he died. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen? The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men. So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or Barmy Army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
He would know that since they didn't do the murder.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Well, I tried to warn him. If all hell breaks loose and he dies, it's not on me.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
I don't know why he's hanging out here, but I'm glad he is. She dressed him in the bath, so I guess they thought he was wearing the armor? Odd. No, because Ruby would have told him they put the armor on, right? I think it was said earlier that Lily didn't take the armor off, ever, even during sex, plus they would have seen him just post-mortem to hang him. No, because they said, specifically Klaus J, after we got her to tell the truth, said that he was only wearing his boots, and she had to put the armor back on after they hung him in the shower. Now, I can understand why that's confusing, since she changed her story, but, yeah, at some point she changed it to he was only wearing his boots while he was going down on her, and he was shot in the mouth. Which, yikes. Let's see. They wouldn't know that unless Ruby told them. Who else is in this fishing village? What is this? Oh, I'll take it. Maybe some of these guys saw Ruby. Also money. No, I don't want to talk to Kim. He has nothing new to say.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Don't call Abigail.
Alright, interesting.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
The way he says Abigail reminds me of Babawa.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Fuck off.
Hey, Tequila! Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
I love this voice actor immediately. Shake his hand.
So what's happening?
Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
This man's name is Idiot Doom Spiral.
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
Not too hot. I'm on a 42-year losing streak. I thought it was 44. Reality, it makes me aggressively sad. Don't know, people tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to it. I have re-entered reality to conquer it, to bend it to my will. I am the law. Reality, it's perishing. Soon only glowing embers will remain of the atoms of human faces, only echoes.
Not this again. I was hoping that we were done with it.
No, Kim. Welcome to the Pale.
Only echoes remaining of human faces? That's a pretty good apocalypse.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
up
if it
until
came
age
down
2
to
it was
that.
great.
Things aren't going super well for Idiot Doom Spiral either. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Sorry, Idiot Doom Spiral.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here lately?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Damn.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Oh, it looks like it.
Please! Please don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a tequila sunset?
It's you. Your tequila sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Wait, did we meet on Friday? Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Threatening suicide violently is a joke. What a guy.
It is. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh my god, this dude's voice is like syrup.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
Remember when we did a visual calculus about our own car accident?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence. A gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs.
Sounds like Tila Tequila is expelled from the homosexual underground.
The time hath come. So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Every word I said was true. Tequila's soon sunset will break the looms of reality.
Yeah, looms. Why not? Then you jammed the pedal and plowed right off the jetty and through the ice.
Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now, and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
So is Tequila Sunset an event or a name?
I think you said that you were the event, and that you would smash the looms of reality. Yeah, I knew I'd heard that looms line before.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women.
Oh no.
How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow. That's quite a story.
Kim, don't listen.
Yeah. I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me? Was it Dolores Day?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail! It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit. You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style. No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you.
I wonder if his dialogue changes based on what you've already done. Like if they're retroactively making you align with whatever your chart was.
I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Oh no, a capitalist! Wait a minute. A capitalist who's also an entrepreneur business owner who's also drunk because he failed miserably. So is this a capitalist who thinks that like he's getting exactly what he deserves? Because it seemed like earlier in the conversation, this is what I'm talking about. That's why this game is brilliant. It's full of people with strong convictions that are deeply opposed to whatever they're actually doing. And they do this with everything. They do it with every political spectrum. They do it with every religious ideology. They do it with everything. It's hilarious.
You kept calling yourself a goddamn superstar who'd cleared 501 cases. No thanks to the squares at the precinct, as you put it.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
I don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
You might get scammed here.
I have a feeling this is going to cost me a lot.
No, the reality of the situation requires a rather modest contribution. A little motivational package.
So this is how being on the other side of the barrel feels. What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
Here, I've got a potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Don't call Abigail!
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George. But around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual. A founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
An insurance firm, you say? Not an Aranye, was it?
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
How many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Did the jogging help?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
What happened?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
How wet are we talking exactly?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
Ha!
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
So what happened next?
I rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Is that it? I feel like there are some steps missing.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me, so they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
There's this black point in the world, a hole. It's already claimed an entire commercial area. Maybe you're another one of its victims.
This would explain a lot. I always believed it wasn't my fault that I ended up homeless on the beach with these 2 bums.
Whose fault it totally is. That's the invisible hand of the free market doling out worth to whoever deserves or doesn't deserve it. He's the exception to the rule, you see. I love it.
God bless them, though. I'd be alone without them. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you.
You got any more stories?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Here's some Commodore Red.
Classy. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Martinez. That said, I first heard it from a former bicycle courier in Coran. There are many variations on the basic story, and the details often conflict.
You could say.
What everyone agrees on is that nobody knows the exact nature or identity of the phenomenon.
Are you telling the story of the headless...
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary.
I'm telling a story here, Rosemary. Shut the fuck up.
Summer of 44. 17-year-old Gertrude Het is walking home from a late shift at the harbor. It's almost midnight. She stops for a cigarette near the canal.
Go on. I'm listening. Idiot doom spiral.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. The lights of a passing motor carriage bloom and fade in the distance. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone.
What is Shivers?
The image comes to you effortlessly, as though you'd walked the same streets yourself 1,000.
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet the canal provides. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around, and what does she see?
A horse?
Well, yes, but it's the man on the horse that's of interest here. A man...
The pause is long and dramatic.
With no head on his shoulders. Wearing a found tracksuit, searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
I thought the Headless Fallen Rider rode a bull.
I thought that he rode a headless pig.
Well, there are many versions of this story, the most peculiar of which has the headless found rider riding on the back of another headless man.
That's super spooky.
Yes. According to legend, young Gertrude Het had to endure years of psychotherapy before she was able to look at a horse or tracksuit again. And she's one of the lucky ones.
Okay, underground, above ground.
Gertrude Het may have been the first to witness the headless found rider, but she wasn't the last. Oh no.
Tell him about the 2 feminists by the locks.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminists. Everyone always misremembering this stuff.
Just because they're lesbians doesn't mean they're feminists. Come the fuck on, Rosemary.
This wouldn't be the De Ponte Delgado case, would it?
This game is hilarious.
What? You know it?
I read the case file. But please, go on.
Right. Early autumn of 46. Ula de Ponte and Eva Delgado are fishing near the waterlock long after the sun has set. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens. Water starts falling from above. The first cold rain of the season.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a purple raincoat.
Is Shiver's
Thin
imagination?
lines reach out from the rods into the sea. Small droplets start appearing on the surface with increasing frequency.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly. Eva gathers the rods whilst Ula turns around to reach for the tackle box. When she sees something, her shriek is so violent that the residents of the nearby apartment building believe lightning has struck. But there is no lightning. Only a heavy downpour and the silhouette of the headless Faun Rider. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slips on a wet rock and disappears into the cold, cold canal with nary a sound. Her body is never recovered.
What did the case file say?
Naturally, Ula De Ponte became the prime suspect in the disappearance of Eva Delgado. De Ponte maintained that it was the so-called headless Faun Rider and that she ran, fearing for her life. During the investigation, it became apparent that there was a love triangle, the third party being some small-time businessman. I don't remember the exact details. The leading theory was that an argument broke out on the jetty and De Ponte pushed Delgado into the canal, then cooked up this stupid cover story.
Was she arrested?
No. She committed suicide before she could be taken into custody. They found her in the bathroom with a rifle, her face slowly peeling off the ceiling. Not a pretty scene.
A breakthrough imminent. Homosexual underground. Oh, we're almost there! We did it! What does breakthrough imminent mean? We're very close, I guess.
Man, that's some grisly detail. Oh well. Here's to another case closed. Anyway, that's the story of the headless Faun Rider. Pretty crazy, huh?
That's nothing. I've got an even crazier story.
Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that. Damn right it doesn't. So why don't you just shut up and leave it to the master?
Okay. Well, you eat shit. Alright, I love this guy. This might be my favorite character. Who was the Headless Rider before he died?
Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. No one knows for sure. There are a couple of possibilities, though. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded by the vicious gang he had infiltrated. Now he rides, searching for his lost found cap, plotting revenge. Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase, ended up in somebody's backyard, and got decapitated by an exceptionally taut clothesline.
Even decapitation couldn't stop his commitment to the sport. Are you that committed?
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall tree, and the fall was so violent that his head came clean off. Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened to pass under him, and his beheaded corpse mounted it, where it remains to this day. But then, no one really knows.
Also, I hate this guy. Like, no like the racist or idiot lynch mob, but I do not care for this man. I think he's so stupid, but he's got such a good voice, and it's like...
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
None of these really sound plausible, to be honest.
Like you could do better, Tequila. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories?
No. Whatever became of the Headless Fallen Rider?
No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock strikes midnight. Ooh.
He won't, though, because it's just a stupid legend.
Aye. I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Be seeing you.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
There is only one smart character in this game, likely by design, and that character is Kim.
Homosexual underground. Maybe you should stop obsessing about your own and other people's sexuality. Feels like it's about time to do that. You thought about this for 8 hours? Not only should you stop, you should tell Kim you've stopped obsessing about other people's sexuality too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. Unless you already got him killed because you were obsessing about your sexuality. There's no way of telling from within your brain. But for your own sake, please say you didn't.
Okay, interesting. This was a terrible thing to unlock. You thought about it for 8 hours. You should tell Kim you've stopped.
Yes?
I have big news, Kim.
Okay.
I have managed to stop obsessing about my sexuality.
Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just one thing though.
What?
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now.
Yeah, but...
But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mine project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
Kim homosexual underground confirmed?
That's the truth.
Woo! I lied, it was the best possible unlock. Holy shit. What a trip. Alright, this was the gate that said do not enter, yeah? Oh, there's some sunglasses. Yeah. We definitely can't go through there. But now we know. This was the best course of action. I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes. Kim sounds so fucking annoyed. Smallest church in St. Sam's.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
At least they left some old music behind.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
We should move. I don't think our suspect is in this particular yard.
That is where I want to end tonight,
no place to
on
hide.
this beautiful
And
note.
besides,
Alright,
it's
fair
too
enough.
close to Martinez.
This game is so long. You know what I mean? Like, I thought we would finish it yesterday, and I feel like we're still not anywhere near the end. Granted, we've just been doing, like, bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, the game is so full of side questing. Show us the beam. Alright, have a good nap. Have a good sleep.
Being asleep.
The hydrates, the stretches.
Hi, officer.
Hi, Ibs. I am the bean.
Anything I can help you with? The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. What are the other ones? Let's see.
I also have to work in
Who
the
are you
AM,
looking
so
for?
I understand.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. Two odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. I don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
A suspect.
Okay.
Got a zappy
When did
dose
this
on my
person
face.
stay here?
Recently?
Oh. I've been out on the sea for most of the past week. The weather's been good for fishing, so I usually start at 4 in the morning. Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make the most of the calm. I've been sleeping like a corpse after. The sea really takes its toll. Now I'm just waiting for the wind to settle to get out there again. Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
I don't know if we have too many morning.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. I could use some landed gentry. But apparently they don't make those anymore. Wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
That's it. I'm not looking for anyone else right now.
Really? Are you sure you're not also looking for Nadia Harnancourt? Or Ignis Nielsen? Or the great lost city of Ace under the waves?
I am looking for a lot of stuff, ain't I?
A lot of stuff.
Just doing my job. No. No one can escape what's coming for them. An unstoppable force.
You're like some kind of dark terrier with your endless searches. Maybe there's something else I can help you with then.
Be seeing you. I'm not gonna ask about the sword as a you know, decision. I don't want to give her the satisfaction of me having asked about it.
This looks really cool in full screen.
Yeah. It's neat. Huh. I'm not sure where else we can ask about Ruby. I feel like we've explored the fishing village pretty thoroughly. Sypha from Castlevania.
I could see that.
There's the church, there's the punk band, and then there's... I don't know, I feel like... we never found the lorry. Man, we did not get anywhere looking for this Ruby chick. It's like really funny how little we've managed to find, like, in regards to this Ruby chick. We did find a ton of money though, like an actual like load.
Night, Ibs.
Night.
Have good sleeps.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the left leg.
This is the
fall
dude
has
chick's
left him
husband.
broken, contorted like a sad puppet.
Night.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just
the
another
man's
dead
clothes.
body. He's wearing mud-caked boots beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue? Oh no, this sounds terribly familiar.
Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. This place is a minefield in the dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole.
Step back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Let's take the case.
Alright. We should first examine the library card you found. Then we can...
Alright, let's do it.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Billy Mejean. Whoops.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Put it away. Let's teleport back here. I lied, we can't. Man, we really did stumble upon another mystery. Like, immediately. Also, the winter winds picked up. Careful there, these floorboards look rotten and weak. Good call, they are. What is this? Moonshine probably smells like a tasty fermentation. Hope that guy and his kid don't stumble upon the body. Suddenly snow. This game is interesting with like its weather and overlays. I guess it's based on the time of day. They're still here. Can I get in here?
You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago.
I feel like, because this is a big ass abandoned building, this is like the next big area to check out, right? But I can't seem to get around it. That woman really did not think her husband was missing. Kim was also annoyed that I was pestering her about it. But then after she was like, haven't seen him for 2 days, he was like, actually that is a missing persons case, isn't it? And he's totally dead. What are the odds? I really thought I was just like fucking with her. Man. Oh no, she's gone. Where are you, woman? I have bad news. You're the good of a detective. Yeah. That good. Just that good. I detect crimes before they even happen. I have no clue where the woman went. Rip. Guess we'll never know! Huh. Huh. Where did she go? Huh. There's my graffiti. And Joyce is no longer here. Well, it is almost 11, and I know we're trying to, like, wind down. It is a Monday after all. I might just stream tomorrow. Like, I know it's supposed to be not a stream day, but we could just do, like, more Disco Elysium and see how close we get to actually end. I know that's, like, you know, not scheduled or anything, but, like, maybe that'd be what we do. I kind of want to keep playing, you know? So, yeah, let's do that. Kuno Tuesday, am I right? Kuno Tuesday. That's stupid. Let's see. We could raid Moo. Just for fun. He's doing some World of Warcraft stuff. We could say hi before we log out. Bye! I'm gonna make sure that we don't accidentally stream for an hour and a half after we end the stream this time.